Welcome to the Daily Line at BetRepublic.com. I'm Jarvis Symes. This is Greg Dempson, and we are getting set for day 2 of the Sweet 16 round. There were another couple of upsets yesterday, or the big one anyway, was Syracuse. And we've got, another Cinderella team on the card today, Greg.
Yes.
St. Mary's, they have already got wins over Richmond and Villanova. Is their Cinderella story over right now, or is it time to maybe pull another one out? St. Mary's are getting 4.5 points against Baylor, and Greg's got some information on this game.
I think this is a better matchup for St. Mary's versus Baylor than Cornell was against Kentucky Jarvis. The key to this game is Omar Sanham. If he can go well tonight, the dog has a shot at winning. And when I'm playing an underdog in the tournament like Xavier yesterday, which unfortunately pushed, you want to take a dog that has a chance to win the game outright. I like St. Mary's here. 14-3 straight up away from home this year. Jarvis 13-4 against the spread. I know the game's in Houston, but Baylor doesn't have the type of support for a home team that some of the upper echelon teams does have. I like the Gales in this spot. Sam Han, he was a conference scorer for the season, 20.9 points per game. He put up a bunch of points, 29 against Richmond, 32 against Villanova. Villanova, I believe, even though they faltered a bit at the end of the season, was a better team than Baylor. I think they'll have some success. I like the live dog. Official selection, St. Mary's plus 4.5 points.
Okay, official selection from Greg is St. Mary's. Greg, St. Mary's is the number 10 seed in their region, and they've got a couple of upsets already. This is their second ever appearance in the Sweet 16. You like the dog getting the points. Is this the kind of situation where you could possibly see this dog winning straight up?
Oh, I think so, but I didn't play them on the money line. Yeah, they're favored by they're the host team, or what I call the host team. It's a neutral site game, but definitely Baylor will have some more support. Baylor are laying less than 5, and teams laying less than 5 in this spot, in this area of the tournament, the Sweet 16, have not fared as well as the heavier price favorites. So I do like St. Mary's, Jarvis.
Okay, so Greg's got to play on St. Mary's. That game tips off Friday night, 7:25 Eastern Time. Check your books. You can get 4.5. You never know. You might even get 5 if you find the right spot. Let's go to the NBA, Greg. There is a lot of games on the card for Friday night. There's 11 games, actually, but the biggest one, I would say, from an NBA fan standpoint, is Cleveland down in San Antonio. Game is generally listed at pick'em across the board. Totals at 194.5. Some movement we're seeing right now, some ones popping up on Cleveland because it looks more and more like LeBron James, the NBA's leading scorer, is going to be a go tonight.
Yeah, Jarvis, this line here probably should have been San Antonio -1. I believe, basically when you're talking pick'em, where you're splitting hairs there, I think maybe the reason why it's off just a little bit is because Cleveland have had their way with San Antonio. Recently, they played in Cleveland. LeBron didn't play in that game. They were -7 points. When they found out that he was scratched for the game, the line went all the way to pick him and crossed the other side where San Antonio was laying 2 points. Cleveland were able to defeat them, the Spurs, at home without LeBron by a basket or I think 2 or 3 points. I like
2
Cleveland.
points, I think it was. 97-95, I believe.
Okay, I like Cleveland in this spot. If you take a team that's averaging 102 or more points per game, Jarvis, for the season, and they're off of a win by double digits, 10 or more points, they defeated New Orleans, the Hornets, night before last, and the line is plus or -3. If you play on this team that's averaging 102 or more points per game, you are 44-20, 69% against the spread going back 5 seasons, Jarvis. And if you go back 3 seasons, it's 35-19 ATS. I like Cleveland in this spot. Duncan, the last 2 times against Cleveland, he's totaled 19 points, 9.5 points per game. They've won 4 out of their last 5 straight up, and against the spread, they've won their last 2 games in San Antonio. And the Cavaliers, picker as an underdog, are 7-2-1 ATS. An official selection on this game on the Cleveland Cavaliers Shop Around. One of our sponsors has this line at pick.
Got some key numbers that tie into some of the stats you were talking about. We know that San Antonio has cooled off 2 and 3 straight up ATS in their last 5. Against Cleveland, they've lost 4 to 5 straight up, including 3 straight. In the revenge spot for San Antonio, they are actually only 3-11 ATS when revenging same season losses, so that has not been a good handicapping factor for them. Cleveland is coming off not 1 but 2 double-digit wins. They are 34-14 ATS when playing off double-digit win. So
There you go.
situation looks good. Like I said, the line has gone up to 1 at some spots, but Cleveland record 21-15-1 ATS on the road this year, but 26-11 straight up. That's important because obviously we know Cleveland is laying points on the road in most of their matchups throughout the season.
Exactly,
so
Jarvis.
26-11, they're not opposed to playing against teams on the road, and this is going to be a huge game. If LeBron's in the lineup, Greg likes Cleveland. Good matchup for you. Recap the first couple play for you.
First selection, St. Mary's take the Gales plus 4.5 in their game against Baylor. The game we just discussed. Take the Cavaliers at Pick'em. He was listed as questionable this morning. He's probable. Make sure you know he's going to play before you go and put your money down. But like the Cavaliers with LeBron playing tonight at Pick'em, or even if you have to lay a point.
There's a couple top selections for you from BetRepublic.com. If you want to watch the entire daily line, it's up at the site right now. Just click BetRepublic.com. There it is. You'll see Greg's smiling face somewhere on that website. We've got some college plays for you, lots of stats, lots of updates on all 4 NCAA matchups tonight, as well as a couple other Greg picks in the NBA over-under selections you might want to check out. Again, all that information is up at the site. We thank you for joining us here. My name is Jarvis Symes.
And I'm Greg Dempson.
See you next time, BetRepublic.com.